Hasan, the H3 thing is going to be impossible till you address it. I mean, it won't be impossible. It's just like people are going bananas mode again. Hey, foot soldiers, calm down. Ethan can handle himself. Okay, I believe in him. Covering something different right now. You know, I don't know what else to say about it. Then we're just covering something different right now. I don't even know where the he's debating the Sigma Grindset guy, right?
Sales for his clients. He made a bunch of money on the internet, boring. And then I go to this, and you guys talk about this for 5 minutes.
I'm here to talk about interesting stuff. I'm not here to have.
You're here to talk shit. You're here to talk shit.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I'm here. I want to. I think what's important, what's interesting, is that we talk about the places where we conflict. I think it's great that you're an immigrant and you came to America and succeeded. It's like, oh, okay, great. What do you want me to do? Suck your dick?
Ethan, no. Is it not more interesting that my parents came here to escape communism? They could barely speak the language, and I lifted my family out of poverty and turned us into multimillionaires. Is that not more interesting than me saying men want one thing? And then
yes, but it's uncontroversial. Why would I want to discuss that? Tell me, what is a pleasant wife with no attitude?
Sebastian, can I ask
you know what an interesting conversation is? Do you think an interesting conversation entails someone just sucking your dick and doing a puff piece? I think that is what you think it is based on your podcast.
No, not at all. Not at all. I've done interesting stuff, and we could have interesting conversations.
Tell me, you wrote it. What is a pleasant wife with no attitude?
I'm just saying, Ethan, that there is a lot of interesting conversations that don't have to be controversial. But you don't know that because your entire brand is based on controversy.
No. I'm having an interesting conversation.
What's his job?
Based on our differences of opinion.
Right? What's his job?
So do you have a difference in opinion? You don't want a pleasant wife?
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want a wife? Do you want a wife with attitude? Ethan?
What does attitude mean?
A wife that nags,
communism
a wife that talks back to you, a wife that...
Bro, what does he know about wives, bro? You're like literally a baby. What the fuck's he talking about? Oh, do you want a wife that talks back? Like, what are you talking about? What is happening? This is derailed.
Inherent quality of,
this is off the rails.
Because you act like it's kind of... Right. Because you act like there would never be a reason for a woman to bother you about anything. Like your significant other would never have a legitimate reason to, quote, nag you.
I would never want my wife to call me weird names or like make remarks towards me. Yeah, like I would never want her to say that I'm stupid or I don't look good or
what? That's like abusive.
If I ask her to do something,
that's not what
I wouldn't want her to have an attitude with me and I would want her to act and speak to me as if we're on the same team, the same way that I would do that for her.
Yeah, but that's obvious. You're saying I don't want her to call me ugly. I mean, that's just mean. That's just like a toxic.
He said his parents escaped communism in Romania to come to the United States of America in, I don't know what year, I think, when was it? 1988? Is that what you said?
Because that's warranted, because it's a little bit contentious, our conversation. So sometimes an attitude is justified, right?
I don't know. It depends on the scenario.
Okay. So it depends on the scenario. So is there ever a scenario that you would have with your significant other that would warrant
Ethan is wearing him down
with you?
I mean, yeah, I imagine if I like did something really stupid, like if I don't know, I would never do this because I'm not a cheater, but I could imagine if I cheated, she'd have an attitude, which is
I think that's putting it mildly, yeah.
But
an attitude.
I would never do that because that is not the person that I am. But yeah, I just want a pleasant wife with no attitude. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would say that most women would want a pleasant husband that has ambition and has goals, and I think that's fine.
Well, yeah, and I want that in my woman too. I want a smart woman who has ambitions and goals too. But we're all different.
So you agree with me? You agree with me on one thing?
Well, no, I think that people want partners that they respect.
So you agree with me, but you just don't like my verbiage.
No, I think your verbiage of no attitude implies that women are docile creatures there to be subservient and just obey and to, they're just there to make your home, right?
Well, that's just an assumption.
But it's in the language.
I mean, I love women. Women are the
I didn't
most
say you don't love women, bro.
Planet. I know.
But they have a role to play. They have a role, right?
No, they're the most. Yeah, well, women and men have a role to play.
Okay, this is actually good content. Fuck.
Right, but they have a specific.
I can't look away.
What is the woman's role?
It's not subservient. They don't have to be subservient to the man, but they
have they figured out how he makes his money or whether he has a real podcast or not?
anything. What is the woman's role?
To be, what do you mean? The woman's role in a household? Can you
in a relationship, in a household, yeah.
Oh, let's see.
You know, I find it interesting that you're being so thoughtful about it now, because I've seen millions of videos of you spitting this shit off. Like, this is what a woman needs to do. They need to be at home. They need to support the man.
I'm always thoughtful. No. I'm always thoughtful. And those videos,
but it seems like something you would know.
The same thing.
Okay, go ahead. What's the woman's role?
Highly edited. Those videos are highly edited.
But you're putting them on your TikTok, bro. It's your fucking voice. It's your team. You pay people to put it on the internet to make you look cool.
I gotta pee. I'll be back in a second. Fuck.
That's why it's there.
Let me answer your question.
Please.
And let me just think about it so I give you a good answer.
You said women prefer to submit. Why is that funny?
Yeah, I think that's true.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
I think a girl's job is to display a lot of love and a lot of, hold on, let me get in focus.
Yes, focus.
I think a girl's job is to be the affectionate one, to be extremely affectionate and to be very loving.
You sound
and
insecure.
Very patient and very understanding for their children and their husbands, and to make the children feel loved and heard. I think that's a woman's job. I think it's her job to. Women have this kind of love for their children that nobody else in the world will understand.
I love my
Men
kids.
will never understand.
No,
it.
See, that's a little crazy to me.
I'm sure you do, but I think that
you think my wife loves my kids more
ways.
Than me, or differently.
No, I never said that. No, I said that they're different. I think a father and a mother will love their children differently, not more than the other, but just in different ways.
What?
I disagree with that. That's crazy.
What?
Okay, that's fine. And a father is going to want to protect his kids, and he's going to want to provide an environment where his family can feel safe.
And
he's also going to want to pass
being muscular,
down
like that's not really an active role in their
pass
life.
Down lessons,
pass down lessons,
wisdom.
Okay.
Wisdom to his
mother
his
can't
children.
do that.
It's a fucking like
the
medieval
mother
times.
No, this is just nature.
We're
how
passing
it's
down
always been.
wisdom. Like, what are we doing? Sitting around a campfire singing songs and shit. I feel like
everyone knows women are incapable of passing down wisdom.
40 years old.
I'm 37.
40 years old.
Yeah.
These things that you're saying, like you're just snapping back at me. Nothing you're saying, it's not like you're not disproving me in any way. You're just saying whatever comes to your mind.
He's saying bye-bye, I win.
Opinions.
You're being very, but we're not even having a conversation. I'm just talking and you're just like spitballing off everything that I say.
Well,
like trying to correct me like a little kid. It's just very childish.
Well, you're going off into places I know I'm not going to, that are not a good topic. Because you're going to go on and explain things that are pretty obvious and uncontroversial. Like you go, I just want women to be like nice to me. I mean, you said women prefer.
That's literally what I said.
Yeah.
I want women to be pleasant.
Women prefer.
And I want women to. You took that however you took it. I said I want women to be pleasant with no attitude. That means if I don't want you to do something because it makes me feel whatever uncomfortable, then please don't like make it a huge deal. I think
you're okay. What? So you think women prefer to submit? This is something you've said.
Okay, so we're gonna ignore everything.
Well, what do you want? Do you want to go have a specific conversation?
I want you to stop acting like a child. I want you to let me speak, and then we can discuss.
Women prefer to submit. Is that correct?
I think women are happier when they feel like their husbands can properly lead them, or their mans. I think women are happier when they know that the person that they're with is going to make the right decision and they don't have to worry about it. And I would say that's a form of submission in a way, yes.
What is your data on that?
I would agree. Just what I've seen in myself.
In your long 24 years.
Yes.
How many long-term relationships have you been in?
I've been in a few long-term relationships.
A few?
I'm not going to tell you the number.
Because you've only been legally allowed to even have sex for 6 years, so.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
In my culture, we don't necessarily have sex. I don't know. I'm Christian and Romanian, so
wait,
we don't just date.
Is he a virgin?
Okay. So in your experience, women like to be
What do you mean in my culture, dog? You're like an American through and through. Wait, what?
Women would agree with that.
Do you talk to a lot of women?
When I'm single, yes, but most women would agree with that. And they do. They're like, they want a man that's like, hey, if my guy is if he always makes the right decision, I'd prefer to just let him do his thing.
Well, I don't want to seem presumptuous, but
I'm sure your wife is like that too, Ethan. I'm sure. I don't know. What's your wife's name? Could you tell me?
Hila.
Hila?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she's like that too, and that's a.
Are you virgin shaming? Just surprised. I want to say yes, but people get so mad. Like the virgins have nothing else going on, so they get so fucking mad every time I say yes.
I also
and then they take it seriously
when my partner doesn't say I'm ugly. I also like it when my partner is nice to kids and animals. I like that. I like a partner who likes my strength. I think.
What's your name?
I'm Olivia.
Can you tell me your name? So, Olivia, my question was, do you like it when your man, say you have, I don't know if you have a boyfriend or husband or whatever, but theoretically, when your man, if he were to always make the right decision and you felt inside of you that you could trust him and you didn't have to worry, would you prefer that?
No, virgins can talk about relationships. It's just that, like, I'm surprised because he presents himself as like this macho masculine alpha dog who's so knowledgeable about the world, even though he's a 22-year-old who's only done a bunch of drop shipping and fake podcasts and grossly inflates his fucking wealth in a way to flex while simultaneously knowing nothing about a, fundamentally important component of interpersonal relationships.
Asking, you're like, you women want a man that could depend on. It's not as important for men, though, because it's not really a feminine trait for a woman to be dependable.
No, women have to be dependable, but
okay. So what's the difference?
Probably they're just dependable. They're just dependable in different ways.
Your opinion,
I would imagine.
Your opinion. That's how they
I,
think.
for one, don't think that the whole submitting thing is right.
It's not American.
I prefer
It's
partnership.
much European, Asian. It's more his.
That's
What's
Lena,
this
by
guy?
the way. She's a woman.
What's this guy saying?
Okay, so you guys, you ladies prefer partnership. That's fine. Then just imagine a scenario where you're with a husband, and for every single decision that he has to make, he's going to come and consult you for every single thing. He's like, "Hey, babe, what do you think about this?" Like he has no sense of leadership or direction.
If it concerns both of us,
you really
or
want
not.
that.
If it's something that's just in his life, he can handle himself. But if it concerns me, I'd like to know about it. I'd like to get my input on it.
I think it's actually fascinating that you bring that up. Like, why would you want your man to consult you? Because he thinks you're an equal and values your opinion on it.
That's crazy that's out of the question. That's so weird.
I don't want to ask my wife what gum I should chew right now. Or like, what are you talking about?
But having said that, it is a matter that's very consistent with the way these people view the world, where they don't think women are equal partners in a relationship because they don't think women are equal in general. It's just a reinforcement of misogyny with a different banner.
To wait until we do this, I will tell her, I'll explain it to her, and she'll give me suggestions. Sometimes she'll trust me sometimes and not give me suggestions. I'll be open with her. And if she does give me a suggestion, I'm not just going to toss it in the trash. No, I'm going to listen to her and honor her. I don't think that we are really disagreeing on much here. I think that we're literally just splitting hairs.
Right, but okay, so then what's interesting is that you are appealing.
By the way, I'm gay. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
This is, if you go to your TikTok, if you go to your YouTube,
Funny
this
name.
is your identity. You're getting these men and you're telling them that this is the alpha way of life. And when you say that we're not that different, I do agree, and we kind of both understand, which is the obvious what makes a good relationship and stuff, but the way you paint it online is you say women are submissive. And then what you just said is like, when you have to make a financial decision, it's your decision, right? But you'll ask, but you'll take, but she's in no position to make that decision, right? That's ultimately your decision. That's you.
I don't think that we're that similar. I think that we're just agreeing about this specific thing. Just to correct you there. And then I don't know what you asked me.
Well, you're presenting your opinion in a way that I think is harmful to men specifically, actually, because women know better, right? And I think some women have a traditional.
Well, Ethan. Yeah. Ethan, let me just say something. Most of your content, most of your audience used to be men. And now it's not. Now a majority of your audience is women. And my audience looks up to me. They're inspired by me. And I've had conversations with plenty of men, older, younger, same age, that have said that I've changed their life for the better. They feel happier. They feel better about themselves, and they're in a much better position in life right now because I've inspired them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If your life has been changed by watching this dude, your life is fucking not changed.
Your audience list used to literally be mostly men.
Okay.
And over time, men have stopped watching you because they don't look up to you in any way. You're not a role model to these men. They don't want to consume your content. Your content is very hateful. It's uninspiring.
Okay.
My content is very inspiring. So hold on. I'm almost done. You can respond.
Go ahead.
I've been in, to give you an example, I've been in a car with someone before that he stopped me, and he works for me now, but he said, Sebastian, my father was never around. I don't have any older brothers. I don't have anyone to look up to.
Dude, you're 22. What is he saying?
I've ever looked up to. And you have made me such a better person. I've gotten in the gym. I've taken care of myself. I've started a business, and now I'm making good money. And this kid who was 18 was crying in front of me when I met him for the first time.
How many
because I was that much of a role model.
I've had people cry when they meet me. Probably more than you.
No. Okay. This is dumb. This conversation is devolving into nothing. He's literally just saying, I'm super sick and you're dumb. Like, that's all he's saying.
People shed tears for me, bro. They're a mess.
I don't think that you would even disagree with me when I say that I'm a much better role model at 24 for men than you are at 37.
Okay, good. I'll come back. By the way, my audience is like 50-50 male and female. But you're right. It used to be majority men. But let me go back to what you said. You said because a lot of men look up to you, you're more qualified to talk about what's good for men.
I didn't say that.
Oh, so what was your point?
I didn't say that. I said I'm a better role model for men, and I don't think you're a role model for men at all.
Right. Because I have a more women audience.
No,
but that's what you
men
said.
Don't look up because you used to have a more male audience, and now you don't. And that's because men have no reason.
His audience has grown since then, though. So if anything, he retained a big chunk of the men that used to watch him. Okay, and then on top of that, more women watch him now.
I'm not Hitler.
No,
of
course,
crazy.
it's an extreme example, but just because you have people that look,
that doesn't mean he lost the male viewership.
I mean, yeah, that was just a very poor example.
But again, this guy is too young, too stupid to understand this thing that he's stating, which is that like Ethan's audience has grown to include more women, right? It's still like he's literally just hyper focusing on anecdotes. He's like, oh, well, in my circle, they don't like you anymore, so men don't fuck with you.
And there's plenty of ways you can do that, leveraging the internet. Okay, you've seen it because you've done it yourself, so you know that I'm right. And there's plenty of ways to do it as well. And I encourage men to do that instead of the alternative, which is going and getting a job that they might regret later in life. And they do that. Okay. I also encourage men to not be a degenerate, not sleep around with a bunch of girls, and to get one girl, to be loyal to that girl, and to build a family with her. That's what I encourage men to do. Okay. So those three things are very, very important for me, among others as well. But those are, I would say, like the most important.
All right. I'm texting Ethan, but don't annoy them. Don't annoy H3H3.
Because you don't do that. You don't promote exercise. You spread a bunch of hate. You don't love anyone. Your whole entire worldview is negative. You're like you don't spread love. Like
wait, what do you mean? I don't love anyone.
I meant to say that you don't spread love.
Oh,
like your
I'm
entire
going to
worldview is extremely negative.
Okay. Do you think that?
Do you disagree? Like, do you?
No, I do.
Really
I do.
like,
I do.
I'm
I think you can observe that I criticize a lot of people, right? But the people I criticize, I think, are very worthy of being criticized. For example, Andrew Tate, I think, is just doing untold damage to a whole generation of men. But do you think that there's other ways to inspire people other than going to the gym and doing drop shipping and shit like that?
How do you think that you inspire people, Ethan? Do you believe you inspire people?
I wouldn't presume to do that much, you know what I mean? But I do think probably there's people. I wouldn't presume to even make that assumption, though. You know.
Ethan, the thing is you.
It's a little bit of hubris, isn't it? It's a little bit of hubris to look at yourself as a savior like that.
No, yes, it is. That's a good take. No, it's not. What do you mean? You're just you got, dude. This kid literally just has the TikTok fuckboy haircut, and that's it. And the algorithm gave him the 15 minutes of fame at a certain point when he said something completely unhinged, and it inflated his sense of self-worth to an unimaginable level where he literally thinks he's like God's own fucking a gift to mankind. That's it.
That man, he would cry if he ever met me, boy. I'll tell you what, tears, kisses, and hugs, man. And I'll be like, I love you, dude.
There's an inspiration.
What? I'm not saying you're being ageist or whatever, but I think saying he's too young is kind of dumb. Weren't you trying to make a difference in the world at his age? By the way, I don't agree with this guy. I don't agree with your take either. Wait, what? No, I'm not being ageist at all in that regard. When you're 22 years old, like I was 22, okay? I was 22 9 years ago. And let me tell you something. I was a fucking dumbass, okay? So, yeah, I didn't know what I had a decent perspective on life, certainly, but I had a lot of growing to do, okay? I'm still a fucking dumbass. And you can tell that his brain is not fully developed yet because of the things he's stating. Like, you can tell. It's his arrogance. It's all, if anything, it's a cop-out from me to him. I'm giving him an exit ramp, saying, oh, he's just young. Do you understand? That's the main point here.
Your brand is dying.
Why would that get a lot of likes?
And it's going to continue dying because of the type of content that you push.
It's not really dying, though, is it?
There's a lot of yes, it is.
In what way is it dying?
Bro, why does this guy think he could tell Ethan about what to do with his fucking brand? It's like what the fuck do you know? You have a fake podcast. What are you talking about? Like, what's it to you, motherfucker?
No, and the overall reputation.
It's like if he came on my broadcast and told me how to run top of the hour ad breaks. You know what I mean? Which come at the top of every hour. Like, it's like if he told me how to do the best segues for top of the hour ad breaks. I'm like, no, dude, that's what I do, okay? You don't get to tell me how to do the top of the hour ad breaks. And then tell me that, like, oh, I'm forgetting to remind people that if they subscribe, they can avoid said top of the hour ad breaks for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime. Or by getting gifted a sub if they're lucky, you know what I mean? Here's a 3-minute ad break now.
Get a lot of presumptions about me.
No. I know. I've known who you are, but I've never like watched or consumed your content.
Okay. Do you just know
like,
that
I don't know you
worst?
as a person.
I
don't know you as a person. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm quoting you.
Sebastian, can I pull up your analytics? Your shit's on the down curve, brother. Your career is going down to the fucking dumps, bro. I mean, that is a colossal dump, bro.
That's off the cliff.
And I mean, at least mine is like pretty flat. But that is treacherous, man. You were going down like the Titanic, brother. That is rough.
That's brutal.
Can you get, hold on. Yeah, so yeah, my analytics are down because I haven't posted content. I posted a video with my mom that I knew wouldn't do well, and I just posted a video yesterday. So yes, I know my analytics are down.
Damn, he got sad about that.
Because I've been getting a lot of heat on the internet, so I just wanted to take a step back. That's why they're down.
It's tough being out there as a creator, huh? I don't think you're gonna make it. You see, if you have thin skin like that. I mean, that's why it's going down.
I think I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I think I'll be fine. Yeah.
Ethan, if I can interject in his behalf, I think he's going to do better than all of us together.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
Not you and me, him.
Yeah.
Sebastian.
Yeah, but I
that's just my opinion.
Our podcast is continually in the
I don't know who that guy is. He's like one of the characters, right?
In the world. And our viewership is phenomenal. I don't know if what you know is normal viewerships for a podcast, but regularly getting 1 million views on a podcast, and we post 4 or 5 times a week. That's pretty impressive, don't you think?
It's true.
Like, clearly people like the show.
They wouldn't watch it if they
Sure, yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
Checkmate
yeah,
atheist.
You got viewers.
Checkmate.
Okay, cool. Listen, let's see. I have other things I want to talk to you about. Here's one about what girls can't wear. So let's see. Let's take a look at this. So if you're
dating a girl, is there things she can and cannot wear? Well, it depends. I mean, fashion is so broad. So I'll have to see. But if she's dressed provocatively and I'm not with her, there's absolutely...
Oh, he's got the Sigma song, though.
Whose attention are you trying to get if I'm not there? If I go out with her, that's another thing. You should only care about my attention. If you're my wife, there should be no other attention from a man that you should care
Dude,
about.
I feel such a Giga Chad, dude. Whenever I hear funk music, I'm like, dude, this guy's Sigma.
So your
He's
stance is you can look pretty when you're with me, but if you're not with me, you need to not look pretty.
No.
Okay.
Wrong. My stance is you shouldn't dress provocatively unless you're with me.
What's provocative?
Like showing a ton of cleavage or wearing as little clothing as possible.
Wearing as little clothing as possible. Okay, so it's cool when they're with you, but if they go out looking like that, it's not okay.
And I mean, no, I would say even when they're with me, I wouldn't want them to do that in public.
Okay. Okay.
What's the problem?
Well, it's a little insecure.
No, it's not.
yes, it
It
is.
is.
It's a preference.
Well,
Great
it's not.
take,
Preference.
Ethan.
Well, in
Great
this
job.
Because you're kind of walking it back. So we can move on if you want. But in this video, you say, dress sexy when you're with me, but not when you're not with me.
Ethan fell off, by the way. 41,000 active concurrent live watchers, by the way. It is. Every one of these fucking PUA guys are
Dress sexy
insecure.
and look
And it
tastefully
should be
good
constantly
without showing,
brought
like,
up.
your tits and your butt and whatever. But
It's a
yeah,
preference.
I would say I would.
It's a preference
I
based
don't like
on
it.
your.
I don't like it.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's
It's not-
fair.
it's not-
No, that's fair. If you have that understanding
Plus
with your partner, I think that's
36,000
totally fair.
here.
But this
And
preference.
it's not insecurity either. It's not insecurity. It's just I don't
It is,
like that. I don't
though.
want
It is. Like, let's follow the thread.
No, it's not.
Because you're basically.
No, it's not.
You're
Would
a
you
role-
want Would you want your wife out there?
Okay,
Would
hold
you
on.
want your wife out there dressed like a hoe?
Like a hoe.
Well, the definition of a hoe, I guess, is. I'm not quite sure what that means. But
You
you're.
just answer my question. Would you want her out there dressing or wearing as minimal clothing as possible out in a club?
Would I want my. Well, hold on.
Just
Hold
say,
on. Yeah.
who cares?
No,
who cares
answer
what
the
my wife
question.
wears?
Okay, well, let me
You-
show you
like,
this.
it's a
Do
yes
you
or
think,
no.
Okay, well, hold
It's
on.
a yes
Then.
or
Is
no.
my wife dressed like a hoe here? Because I just want to get your. She posted this to social media.
Would you go out to dinner with your wife dressed like that?
Of course, she wouldn't go like that. I mean, what? But do you?
I don't
just,
know why she's posting. I mean, that's you and your wife, your relationship.
No, no, but I just
wouldn't.
want.
I
No,
wouldn't
say
be
what
okay
you
with her
want.
posting
Say
on
what you
Instagram.
want. I'm trying to understand your point. Would you? Do you think
I wouldn't
she's
want my
dressed
wife
like a hoe right
posting
now?
like
You
that
can
on
say
social
yes
media.
if
What do
you
you
want.
mean? What?
Yeah,
What?
I wouldn't want her posting. I wouldn't want my girlfriend.
Look at his
posting
body
pictures like
language.
that on-
He's like
on
closing
Instagram.
up.
preference
Even
from
thinking about
insecurity,
possibly
right?
having a wife
Because
that
No,
could
it's
wear
not.
whatever the
Because
fuck she
you-
wants. The thought of it is terrifying.
Yeah, because it makes you feel insecure.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel insecure. I
How does it
feel
make you
perfectly
feel?
secure.
How does it make you feel?
If I don't like the hold on, let's
Oh,
how the
ugh.
women is how that
Dude,
girl's
that's so
portraying herself,
fucked up,
like how
dude.
she's basically advertising and like saying like look how nice my body looks for the entire world to see. for
What?
the
What?
entire
Yeah.
public
No,
to
that's
see.
great.
I
What?
don't
What is the
like it.
problem with that? How is that being cucked, dude? That's insane to me. That is
don't want
so
other people
fucking
seeing it. It's
stupid.
mine.
Are you
and
not-
so
It's
insecure.
yours.
It
It's
pisses
yours.
me off, honestly.
It's my wife. I don't want everyone to see her
She's-
body.
It's not your
It's my
fucking
wife.
property, dog. That's a whole ass human being.
Okay, and so, well, to me, I don't want to
100%,
control.
yeah.
I want my wife Hila to be as powerful and confident.
It's called mutual respect and trust. That's what relationships are based on. Healthy relationships. That's the foundation. It's about trusting your partner and giving them the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want. That's crazy, dude.
I know that there's no one
Understandably,
else
you
out
can
there
have
who's gonna
boundaries
take
in
her
this
away from
regard.
me. And I want her to
Okay,
feel
but his
powerful and
boundaries are far too fucking strict
I
and
don't think I'm
built on
insecure,
top of
right?
his anxieties that, like,
I'm the same with
if
my wife.
your significant other wants to show off their body, that means they want to fuck other men.
And so I just want you to dig a little deeper and explain why you don't like it, because it's yours, because she's yours, and nobody else
Yeah,
can
she's
see
my
her
wife.
body. Nobody else can see her body
Yeah.
but you.
Yes.
Even if she wants to show
100%.
it. Even if she wants to show it because she wants to feel
She
sexy.
doesn't want to.
Oh,
She doesn't want to.
I know, but you're a role model and you're putting this out on your TikTok. This is what you're putting out. I know you guys have a preference, but I'm talking about your influence on men. So if she wants to go out and dress sexy and look good, you're against that.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm against her dressing provocatively. She can look nice, of course, but
Because for
dressing
women,
provocatively-
putting on makeup and dressing sexy and going out, it makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel confident. It's not necessarily about wanting to fuck other dudes.
It's what it is what makes them feel powerful about it is when they go out and they dress really nice. What gives them the power is the attention that they get. It doesn't have to be a guy walking up.
Typical.
To them. It could be a guy looking at them.
Okay.
And that's what
Typical.
gives them the
Again,
power. It's
that's
the attention
insecurity.
from other men.
No,
And if
that's
that weren't true,
insecurity.
then they could dress up and
It
look
is
amazing and just
That's true,
and they
he
could
said.
stay
That's
in home,
insecurity.
or they could look in the mirror and without anyone around.
So they can dress
And
hot but stay at home.
I don't think that if I have a girlfriend, she should have a desire to go out there and even seek the attention from other men, because the attention she gets from me is enough to fulfill her.
But don't we all
That's
crave
where I'm standing.
validation? Like, don't we all crave validation in some way?
You should get enough validation from your wife, and your wife should get enough from you. She should be inspired by you, and maybe if you had a six-pack, she would be more inspired by you, and she wouldn't post thirst traps on Instagram. But you should be inspired by your significant other.
Okay, so me not having a six-pack is promoting my wife to seek male attention because I'm not hot enough, because my attention is not working.
Maybe if you took care of yourself, Ethan, and you were in better shape, maybe she wouldn't. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe.
No,
she
it's a good hypothesis. It's a good hypothesis. So if I was hotter,
maybe not.
If I was hotter, she wouldn't feel the need.
Not hotter. If you took care of yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't have to be hotter.
Okay, if I was skinny and I had a six-pack.
If she saw you and you're like, wow, he really cares and respects himself, and I like his attention, and I don't need to go out there and look for attention from guys in the comments or whatever.
See, don't you see you're insecure? Because I know
it's not insecurity.
Yes, it is. You are insecure, dude.
That's exactly what it is.
You are threatened by the other attention that people give to your significant other.
That's exactly
it. I'm not threatened by it at all. I know that there's not going to be other guys out there that can compete with me for my girl. My girl loves
I don't even need to compete.
I just don't
I'm
like
not even thinking about competition.
I'm not threatened. I just don't like it. It doesn't threaten me. If she wanted, look, Ethan, if she wanted to post a picture and I said, look, I'm not comfortable, I don't like it, and she did it anyway, that's fine. She can do it anyway. And then I would just be like, hey, this breaks the boundary of the relationship. This breaks the sanctity of the intimate relationship I want to have with my wife.
Right.
I'm going to just split here. I'm going to go find a girl that respects me. It's not about insecurity. It's just, this is my preference. This is how I want to conduct my life.
You keep saying it's not about insecurity and then describes having an insecurity.
I like to take control of my life and live my life the way I think is best for me.
But you're putting out messages to young men as a role model, self-proclaimed role model.
Yes.
You refer to your girlfriend as she's yours. I mean, she's a human being, right, with her own desires. She's not an object.
Yes, absolutely. She is mine, and I'm hers. We are to die for each other.
Don't you feel a little slutty when you walk around with your big biceps out and shit?
I only put on this shirt so that I could show you guys that I work out.
That's a little fucking slutty, bro. Are you looking for validation from people in chat? Because you're cross.
I'm just trying to show you guys. I'm just trying to flex on you guys.
But why?
I'm trying to show you guys what's up.
No, but like you think that it's funny. You think you're being funny, but you actually just totally undermined everything you said. You're putting out your biceps. Why are you doing it? For validation.
I'm not doing it for validation.
You just said you wanted to show it off. You just said you wanted to show it off.
Ethan, it was a joke. Ethan, I just put on a shirt and I'm
okay, so it's a joke. But
I'm sorry that my biceps are big and you're looking.
We'll cover up. I'm sorry that my wife has big, beautiful titties.
I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. Can you guys give me like 2 minutes?
Please, please go ahead.
Bro, this is awesome.
I feel Dan more normal now. You better like me now, Dan. Where'd you find this guy?
On TikTok. He's just one of these characters, you know what I mean?
I think Ethan is validated. I think this kid is really changing Ethan's life though. Like he really is. He's right. I knew this was gonna be content 10 seconds after you clicked. Yeah. I wasn't gonna do this. I wasn't gonna stop my coverage to like take a look at this. But goddamn, brother, that is like it's hard to look away. It's a fucking actual train wreck.
That's slutty, brother. That's him. That's a bit of a thirst trap. I would even go as far as
It'd be sick if you could hop on the call. No, it's their content.
He has his
it depends.
On. He can hear me. I know you're listening.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is why I break a lot of these motherfuckers' brains, right? Because like 98% of his commentary against Ethan has literally revolved around how Ethan is fat. That's it. Fat man bad, fat man bad, fat man bad. And the reality is that like Ethan and I share a lot of the similar values, right? We have similar opinions on a lot of issues, but then I effectively counter that like almost entirely, right? almost entirely. And like the unfortunate reality is that like a lot of these people, a lot of these guys and their fan bases rely on looking at shapes and colors. You know what I mean?
Contentious, but I appreciate that we're having this conversation.
What?
Like Ethan is significantly prove you're not fat as well. You got to stop with this baiting me into thirst trap shit, okay?
Odds.
Okay.
Yeah. Argumentative. Hey, dude, look
so
at this.
So what thirst trap did I post?
Extremely cold in here, by the way.
Share this picture on Instagram?
Yes, dude. This is unacceptable. That's a thirst trap. That is like you're.
Well, yeah. that was before. That was before. So
23 weeks. How long you been with your girlfriend? Thought you.
And it was also, I mean, pretty inspiring, I would say, considering I was.
Women can't be inspiring
overweight.
with their bodies.
I mean, there's nothing inspiring by taking off your shirt and showing men your tits.
That's what you're doing. You literally just took your shirt off and showed your tits.
That's exactly what you're doing in that photo.
Yeah, but the difference is I trained extremely hard and I dieted properly to get those.
Well, what about the girls who train extremely hard and then post? Like Hila is training right now with a trainer.
Bro, that photo of Hila is exactly the same, if not more inspiring, because she's talking about like losing pregnancy fat, right?
See how silly you're being?
It inspires me, actually.
Don't you see how silly you're being? You go, oh, I didn't know that. But it's like, everybody who's posting pictures, like there's a lot of them just feel good. They want to show it off all their hard work.
There's different contexts, right? These things are a lot more nuanced. Like if you're just posting a slutty picture versus if you're like working out and you're showing your core or like your progress in the gym, like before and after, that's a different context.
Okay, so gym progress pics are good.
It's a different context.
So if a girl posts herself in like tight gym pants and like a bralette to show off progress, is that cool? Or is that slutty?
Look, I still wouldn't want my girlfriend to do that. Just my personal preference. Right. But it's okay. I understand that if you want to show people your progress and you're proud of it, I'm all about that.
Yeah, but don't you see it's a little silly? Because it kind of all qualifies as that when people want to show off and feel good.
No.
Because we're all working on it.
I just think it's context. Yeah, sure. I just think it's context.
Yeah, because this video you're putting out as the self-proclaimed role model says women should not ever do that because that means they don't respect their man. Like, this is you as a role model talking to men.
Things she can and cannot wear.
Because now you're adding nuance and context and stuff, and you're walking stuff back, and you seem more human, right? But like when I watch
it, this is how I am.
Hold on, though, because that's not what you're selling.
On TikTok,
that's not what you're selling.
Of course, I'm not selling anything.
Yes,
of course,
you are.
On TikTok,
you're selling
things are taken out
yourself
of context,
as a self-help
and I have no
person.
control. I have
Stop
no
it! It's your people.
No, I don't. I don't have a self-help
What happened to being an alpha male, bro? You don't have control of your own social media account and the people you pay.
I never said
who would want to
be?
be? You're incompetent.
Yeah, if only he had a real podcast and not a fake one, just for TikTok clips like this one, maybe he could provide adequate context.
Pay them.
Listen,
you said you pay them.
Listen, okay. Are you done?
I don't even know if he has a podcast or not, but at this point, I'm refusing to believe that he actually does have one.
Please, go ahead.
Okay. I never said I was an alpha male. I don't sell any self-help courses. I don't do any of that.
You're inspiring.
Okay. I'm just trying to inspire people. Sure. And I actually forgot what I was going to say, unfortunately.
808 Ways says, why do you guys keep labeling us as insecurity because he has preferences? In this case, why don't you guys allow your wife to get piped by other guys? I mean, some people do that and are confident, and then some people do that and are sneako, right? The entire difference is confidence and like what that boundary is. If you truly believe it and you want to work it, go off king. You know what I mean? The difference, however, in this circumstance, like I said, the main difference in this circumstance is confidence. Okay? As far as like comparing your wife fucking other people versus your wife literally posting fucking photos of herself looking good or looking hot, you know, that's a little wild. Because one is like in the realm of perfectly reasonable boundaries in a monogamous relationship. The other one changes the monogamous relationship, which is an acceptable mode, okay? Perfectly acceptable, perfectly normal for people to engage in, to a polyamorous relationship. Do you understand?
Selling this image.
Like the fact that you think that posting photos of yourself, allowing the idea that you're allowing your significant other to post photos of herself is akin to being in a polyamorous relationship is silly. That's how scared you are?
Stop, bro. Why are you pretending like it's not the funnel?
That's not, because I'm not funneling people to buy my courses. Yes, there are things that when I speak in these podcasts, they are intended to be a little bit more polarizing. You probably do that too.
Whoa,
and that's how you get exposure.
Didn't you accuse me of being polarizing and that's why I was a bad dude?
So hold on.
You just said you post polarizing content.
No. I'm saying in those instances, okay, look. If I can't get
He's getting bitched.
out, I'm gonna.
He's like, no, Ethan, polarizing to me, Ethan. That means I disagree with you, which means it's polarizing. My opinions I don't disagree with, which means they're not polarizing.
He answered it.
No, okay. So yes, in order to grow and a faster way to grow, you post content, and if it's controversial, then it goes viral. Sure. And the truth is that Sebastian, if you watch my longer form content and if you watch my podcast throughout, you will see, and now you see as well, interviewing me, that I have a more nuanced perspective on things. And a lot of the time, there's a gray area, there's context, and I can understand that. So that's just the truth. When people see me and they're like, who is this shithead? They come and watch me on YouTube and they're like, okay, or whatever. Or they interview me or they watch podcasts like, okay, he actually is not
people
a
think
shithead.
You're a shithead.
He actually knows a couple of stuff. I'm just using a word.
Do people think you're a shithead?
So yes, those videos
do people
go viral.
think you're a shithead?
Well, no, I don't know, Ethan. I wouldn't imagine they think I'm a shithead.
Because that's what you accuse me of, being a bad guy, and people don't like me, and that's people think you're a shithead.
Oh my God!
Because you're controversial.
So, yes, when we post these,
so what's the difference between what we
people
do?
actually see me for who I am. The difference is when you actually
Ethan
find
is
out
successful.
Who I am,
right.
I'm a decent person.
Unlike me.
And when people look at you, yes, unlike you, you're someone that spreads a ton of hate.
That's the difference.
Someone that is not an example to follow.
So the difference between us is that once you get to know...
No, the main difference is Ethan is successful and this dude is just LARPing.
I'm still a piece of shit.
Now that's funny.
But that's what you said.
That's hysterical. You're killing me.
Ethan, I don't think there's anything very inspiring about you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I've heard that.
I'm sorry,
that before.
But I don't. And maybe I don't know.
I don't get it.
Maybe there is.
I want to get in on this so bad. I want to be like, brother, you have a podcast that is unsuccessful. He has a podcast that is successful. It should be inspiring to you. You're literally a content creator. Just like he is.
Sorry. I think there is a lot of common ground. Like we have, I think there's crossover on values, but these are values that's like universal. Like you don't want your partner to call you ugly. That's not interesting, right?
So that's our common ground.
Well, I'm just making a point. We have lots of common ground, but that's like normal shit, right? And so I just you're branding. We both have good hairlines. Pull your hairline back. Let me see. That's a pretty good hairline.
Good hairline.
Fuck,
very good hairline. I'm jealous, Dan. Dan, I'm jealous.
So,
Jersey Outlaw's jealous of that hairline.
Jimmy has to sit this one out.
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy. He just said you got to sit this one out.
Sorry, Jimmy.
I know. I'll have Olivia lower it down a little bit.
I do want to.
So are you not like Ethan? Is there nothing about what I've done on the internet that you find inspiring at all? Like what I've done for my family, like what I've done for young men, what I've done for people, I've inspired people. Is none of that important to you in any way?
Okay, so how did you make money? Let's start there.
Okay, so I'll tell you, and don't interrupt me, okay? I have a video on this. You can watch it for more detail, but I'll summarize it. So when I was in high school, I looked on the internet for ways to make money because, as you know, probably I didn't have any of it myself. I was the first thing I did was I started working at Taco Bell, and then I started working at a car wash vacuuming cars, and then I started vacuuming cars, and then I got into sales, and then I got into real estate, and then after real estate, I started doing dropshipping.
That's a big
jump.
Where
I started dropshipping. So I would start a store, work on it, start another store, work on it, and every store that I started, I became better at it. I became more skilled, and
What
I
is
made money
dropshipping?
Drop shipping?
Yeah.
You know what drop shipping is.
I just want you to explain what it is. It's when you buy shit from Alibaba and then like resell it on Amazon, super marked up, right?
No. I mean, you buy stuff wholesale and then you sell it somewhere else. You can attach a logo. You can create a brand around it. There's a lot of things you could do, and it doesn't have to be cheap products. And you know what drop shipping is because you have a brand yourself and you guys source clothing that is not the highest quality clothing, and you guys overprice it. So you know very well what this business is, and you know how to do it.
You think that my clothing brand is drop shipping?
No, I think that your clothing brand is sourced from China or from wholesale places that are cheaply made with cheap quality, and then you sell it overpriced. People are better off just going to H&M at the mall and buying clothes there.
So
and plus,
what you do
also, when I was watching, hold on. When I was watching this video on you, there was a person that was also comparing your designs, and you guys were stealing tons and tons and tons of designs from other brands, which in the past you have also criticized other people of doing.
This motherfucker Googled H3 controversies and he just spit.
Really say people shouldn't steal designs from brands. Knocked drop shipping. You knocked drop shipping because you said that people sell shitty shit from Alibaba and they overprice it, but you literally do the same thing with your brand, Teddy Fresh. And I'm pretty sure that's a pretty significant source of revenue for you. So I really think it makes you look bad when you say that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to continue telling my story.
No.
Because I'm not done.
Well, come on. Don't be silly. Now I'm going to respond to that. So I just want to go back to where this conversation started. You talk about context and how stupid it is to express an opinion without knowing what the fuck you're talking about.
Sure. Okay, fine.
You watch no. You watch one hater video about how we steal designs and shit, but you've never heard me talk about that, right?
No, I haven't. This is all I know from it.
Okay, cool. So that's not a very well-informed opinion.
Okay, tell me. Where do you get your clothes from?
So first of all, you say that Teddy Fresh is drop shipped. You say we buy it.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, hold on.
I just said that I didn't say that.
I know you said you said what you did.
You said you know what drop shipping is because you do it with Teddy Fresh.
Yeah.
You literally just said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. You just said
you know what drop
That's
shipping.
That's a fact.
Okay, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
So you know what drop shipping is because you've explained it, and you know what drop shipping is. You explained it when you were criticizing me, and you do e-commerce, which is very similar to drop shipping.
All e-commerce is drop shipping? That's crazy. So listen.
Do you have like, are the speakers not working?
No, they work. I just think it's awesome that you speak confidently.
Bro, it's like saying fucking Nike's doing drop shipping.
Like I will say something. And you guys
like literally
the most like absolute.
They're sourced from the same. He's like, well, they're sourced from the same factory. Like Alibaba and the drop shippers are sourced from the same factory, so it's the same. No, of course it's not the fucking same. One has a shitload of marketing, design, like so many additional components. I'm in the garment manufacturing business myself, okay? So I can speak on it. Of course it's not the same as fucking drop shipping. It's like saying what I do in Redbubble is the same.
Where do you get your clothes from? Do you not source it from cheap countries? Where do you get it from, please? If you don't tell me, where?
Do you think that
tell me.
Good products can be made outside the United States? Is it possible?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so what's your point?
Answer me the question. Where do you get
We source it from all over the world.
Where do you source your clothes?
All over the world.
Where's most of it come from?
A lot of it's made in China, yeah.
Okay, great. Sure. That's where most of dropshipping products are made from.
Why is that the same thing?
They make a ton of products.
Why is that the same thing?
Because you are just, Alibaba is Chinese products. You're knocking
How do you think we
dropshipping.
make our clothes? How do you think we make our clothes?
Oh my gosh.
No, seriously, how do you think we make our clothes? Tell me.
I think that you steal designs from other companies and you source products from Chinese countries.
From Chinese countries.
And you said it yourself.
Chinese countries.
That's what they do with dropshipping. And then
Bro said Taiwan #2.
That's also what you do. Your clothing is ridiculously marked up. And your wife has said that it should be worth more. When in reality, it's not. It's just cheap clothing.
Okay,
There's nothing that special about it.
Let me tell you about Teddy Fresh. We have 30 employees.
Here's how this motherfucker doesn't know China, okay? The same exact Chinese factory that's producing Alibaba products are also producing literally fucking like designer garb. Okay, I know this. Like I said, even though I don't source my material from China, I am very familiar with Chinese manufacturing. The entire difference is that like you can literally get like iPhones. Like iPhones are made in China. Right? You know what I mean? You can get it from
detail. We do rounds of testing and stuff. It starts in a mock. And we work with some of the best manufacturers in the world, the same people that make Supreme
great. So
stuff.
you source your products from China. Drop shipping. A lot of drop shipping comes from China. Great. So you're knocking it, but you do exactly that. And then also,
it's nothing
like I was trying to say,
is Apple drop ship their phones? Does Apple drop ship iPhones? Does Apple?
Like I was trying to say,
Apple drop ship iPhones? Does Apple drop ship iPhones?
Look, all right.
No,
I'm
seriously.
not doing this, bro. Like,
does Apple drop ship iPhones?
No, Apple
What's
does
the
not.
difference
And I'm not
between what
do
we do?
Anymore.
What's the difference between what I do and Apple does? Because their shit's made in China.
Ethan,
I think he's done.
No.
I think he's
your
done.
brand is overpriced.
Based on what information is it overpriced?
Based on people can go to H&M and get similar style clothing for way cheaper.
So
for Forever 21, you sell hoodies for $100. You sell T-shirts for $40.
Is there any hoodie worth buying?
Overpriced.
Have you ever bought a nice hoodie before?
Okay,
you believe in status,
this is all that I'm trying to say. This is all that I'm trying to say.
No, but you're
go. I want to know. I want to know if he thinks Apple is doing drop shipping.
I'm in full.
You have to be protective as the man.
I'm in a full right place.
Showing you,
as a man, I'm protecting my wife's business. As a man,
Ethan,
and it's not just about muscle.
It's wrong of you. I'm showing you how it's wrong of you to criticize something that you
I didn't even criticize it. I think it's funny you think I'm criticizing.
You said drop shipping is a scam.
I just explained it.
You said it's a scam.
I never said that.
You said it's.
Bro,
you said it. You did when you criticized me.
You're living in an alternate reality. Did I say drop shipping is a scam?
You said that when you criticized me. Go watch the video on me. I can't believe you forgot this. I just watched it 2 hours ago. You said drop shipping is a scam because you source things from China and then you sell them overpriced. And that's exactly what you do.
Why are they overpriced?
How can you not see your own hypocrisy? You're literally being the biggest fucking hypocrite right now. It's incredible.
Why is Teddy Fresh overpriced? Have you ever bought a nice hoodie before?
Okay.
Have you ever bought a piece?
It's overpriced.
Based on
for the
what?
type of clothing that it is.
Wait,
have you ever touched it?
Okay.
Wait, what? I thought I was going to be like, nah, you guys are not going and finding his old tweets. And then I looked at the date of the tweet, and it's in 2021. Oh, my God. I was like, oh, no, you're not going to do that. When he's like 12, he said the F word or whatever. What?
And my wife's company. Our hoodies are super high quality. They're made to last. They're made by the same manufacturers that make stuff like Palace, Supreme, and all the top brands. It's actually not super profitable because we put so much work into the materials and the crafts. Our margins are way less than our contemporaries, other brands, streetwear products, because they actually charge more for the same type of product that's made in the same factory. But because we know that we don't want to mark it up too much on our customer, we take it at less of a margin. In fact, we operated on a loss last month because we wanted to take our time and spend more time on the design process and getting our processes in order with our 30 employees. So we did take a loss last month because we wanted to take our time and get things going, organized in an efficient way, like an alpha male would.
Great. So what I'll do is I'll buy one of these hoodies. I'll buy one of your hoodies. I'll have it shipped here, and I'll check it out.
Every Teddy Fresh does actually have some decent quality, like for sure.
Can you buy one of Ethan Klein's hoodies for me? Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, let me finish telling my story. Let me tell my story. So I got into dropshipping, and then I started doing e-commerce, which is where
you think stereotype around Chinese products is overblown now? I know working on a Chinese-built cargo ship that quality's ramping up really well. Brother, China can make the literal shittiest fucking clothing you've ever seen, and it can make the best clothing you've ever seen. That's the whole point of Chinese manufacturing. They do both at the same factory. Literally. They do all of it. They do everything.
As I was learning dropshipping and e-com, growing my skill sets, my YouTube channel was growing in tandem with me.
Hasan has never had the China make bad, cheap shit take. Yeah, I don't
like trading, and I started.
The reason why I source my clothing from domestic manufacturers instead of China is because I want American labor to grow. I love Chinese labor too. It's great. Labor is labor. But that's the main reason. It's not because I think China makes cheap shit. I'm not a fucking idiot. I know that Chinese products are literally some of the highest quality, top notch. I mean, I have an iPhone. That shit's made in China. Like, they have some of the highest quality product and they have some of the lowest quality product. The problem is Alibaba, especially if you're unfamiliar with the products that you're sourcing, Alibaba, in a lot of instances, you're going to get the shit product and you're going to mark it up. And you don't even care because it's not even about, it's just about making money. You have no consideration or interest in it. Do you get it? You're only doing it because you want to make money. That's the difference. Teddy Fresh has a lot of labor and love put into it. You know what I mean? It's like an individually, independently owned brand that has grown over the years. There are people who like fashion, who want to make fashion products. There are people who engage in it. One, of course, because they want to make money, certainly, but also because they like it. Such a cope argument, Lamau? No, that is not a cope argument. Brother, if they never made Teddy Fresh and just kept doing white glove production like I do, okay, they could have kept making gigantic profit margins while simultaneously making all their money off of revenue that they generate from their podcasts and shit. You don't get into like the garments business, which is entirely different. Learn everything, okay? Learn everything about it. Make designs specifically because you're just drop shipping. Like specifically because you're in the interest of like generating revenue like drop shipping is.
How much do you have?
So anyway, I did that, and if you guys are boring and if it's not interesting, then that's fine.
Let me ask you. Can I please ask you one thing? Who's a better salesman, me or you?
What do you mean? Who's a better salesman?
Do you think you're a good salesman?
What? I don't. Give me. What do you mean, salesman in terms of what?
No, I'm not trying. It's not
selling yourself. Selling
a
car,
yeah.
Selling a
selling
pen?
yourself.
Which one?
You know, selling yourself. Because obviously, I'm not trying.
Well, Ethan, I don't think you really even sell yourself. I think that you just make broad content that appeals to a broad audience, and that's why you have a lot of people watching you. I don't think that you really even sell yourself.
Do you think you're a good salesman?
I don't know why you're asking me this question.
Because I just fucking sold your ass a hoodie, bitch.
There it is.
So who's more alpha?
There you go, Big Dan. Oh. There it is, Big Dan.
Hey,
Mr.
Ethan,
Stalin.
I haven't bought anything. Katie, did you buy that yet?
Yeah, I know. You don't have to buy it.
Oh my God, he's such.
No, I'm gonna contribute. Try to make your business profitable this month because this is what I want.
He
I
has
want
so
everybody
much money,
to do better.
Ethan. He could probably buy 20
Ethan,
hoodies.
I want everyone. No, Jimmy, shut up. I want everyone to do better in life.
40 hoodies.
I want everyone to be.
You're a
better
multi-millionaire.
version
You
of
could
themselves.
buy his company.
Jimmy, I'm not talking to
Sebastian
you
Fresh.
Right
he's the outlaw.
I'm the Jersey outlaw.
He's out of control. Sorry, I apologize
Ethan,
for Jimmy.
to me.
Yeah.
I had to say it.
Listen to
I
me.
had to say it in your behalf.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I want everyone to do the best that they can possibly do in their life. And I know that that's good for them. That's what I want. I want you to make more money. I want your company to be profitable. I want you to lose weight. I want you to be happy. I want you to be the best version that you can possibly be. I don't care that we disagree on everything. I don't care that you brought me on here and you're trying to make me look dumb and it's not working. I still want the best for you. And
no, it's working.
That's my
He's a better salesman than you.
That's what I want.
I also
so I'm just letting you know.
I wish the same for you. I'm not wishing harm for you. My thesis is that you are putting out, I think, harmful ideologies in tandem with Andrew Tate. You're riding that wave of red pilling, and I think it's really bad what you're doing. You also called me dumb and the worst person in the world, but we already went over that. We walked that back, so that's fine. But this is what I'm saying, and we can get back to that if you want, because I do think there's interesting things like Andrew Tate. I'd love to discuss with you because I know you're a fan of
No,
his.
I'm not red pill at all, and I wouldn't say I'm a conservative. I don't care too much about politics. I literally just want to do my own thing, and I want the best for me and my family and everyone else in the world. That's all. I just want to be left alone. I don't want you to tell me that my kids have to be gay. I want you to just leave me alone. That's all. I can raise my own kids.
So you think people want your kids gay?
No, I'm just saying I don't want to get into this because I'm Frank, I don't enjoy arguing with you because you're very frustrating. I'm just saying I want to be left alone. That's my point.
You want to be left alone. What does that mean?
It means I don't want people to tell me like
you want
that I have to
be whatever. Right.
That my kids have to be gay or whatever. I don't know.
Right, but
Just
nobody's saying that, right? No, nobody's saying that. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, I'll give you an example. If I were to send my kids to public school, I don't want for my 6-year-old to be exposed to a book talking about like gay sex or
but that's not happening,
like that.
Is it?
That is happening.
Really? Where?
That is happening. Look it up. I'm sure there's a book that went viral for like it was in elementary schools and it was teaching kids about like sex.
You seem to have a
stuff, and I just don't want that.
Yeah, you seem to have a really good grasp on the topic,
on reality,
because you're prepared to homeschool your kids because of some anecdote that you are telling me to quote.
Chat. He may or may not know.
Do you have any other specifics to guide my research?
You could just look it up. I'm sure it's easy to find.
Okay. Can you guys look it up? Is there an epidemic of 6-year-olds learning about sex?
It's specifically a book that is teaching kids to be gay.
Are you referring to the books in Dearborn, Michigan?
Hey!
Something happened in
AP!
That's my ass.
Rocking the fucking Hank Pecker merch.
No, I didn't. I've never seen this in person. I've only seen this on the internet. So hold on.
Okay. Well, I don't. Well, you know, there's a lot of people who are scared. I've heard that point before. It's like I don't want my kids to go to public school and then like they become gay. They get tricked to become gay or trans or something. And well, you say that there was a 6-year-old's learning about gay sex or something, and it's ruining society. So let's look into that.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. No, I did not say that. I didn't say that it was ruining society. You're just like, oh my God, this is so frustrating.
Hold on.
You take one piece of information from what I've said, and then you create like this absolute version, the absolute wrong version of what I said.
Can I play something for you?
It's
that's
so
related.
frustrating.
Let me play something that's related.
I was tanning and I just overheard some kids talking loudly. They were talking about something transgender, something gay. I got up and I talked to them and they were like 16, 17. And I asked them, I'm like, I just have a question. How many people are gay at your school? Like how many people are in the LGBT community, would you say? And one kid immediately said like 60%. And I was like, huh? And the kid's like, no, he's exaggerating. And then it's probably like 35, 40%. And I was like, what? Are you serious? Like almost half? And they're like almost half are transgender or gay. And I'm like, bro, I graduated high school like 4 years ago and there was like 3 gay people. What happened?
Yes.
By the way, this is from last year. It says, what the F is happening with gay people? 10 years ago, everyone called them F words, the F slur for gay people in high school. And today, 1 in 6 high schoolers claim to be gay.
There it is, boys.
1 in 6. So yeah, it's continuing. More and more people.
So do you miss the days when we could call gay people, you know, the F word?
No, I just think it's surprising. I think it's crazy that that's happened. It's been such a popular trend lately.
Yeah, but that's not true either, is it? It's not 1 in 6.
No, it is. It is.
Really?
I've
What's
talked
your
to
data?
my cousins that are in high school. I've talked to my cousins in high school.
His
I've talked to
data.
strangers that were in high school that go to my school, and a lot of people liked that video and commented on it and said the same thing. I mean, it's
that's data. Never mind.
Gay and transgender these days than before, and I thought it was surprising that there's such. No, 30% or more sometimes. There was such a spike in it, which I thought was crazy and surprising.
See, Ethan got to bust out the left-handed, the number of people who are left-handed. Sigma data set. Come on, bring up the spike.
Maybe that it's becoming more acceptable to come out of the closet, so to speak.
Yeah, it's becoming more acceptable and it's becoming more of a trend, and more people are saying like, hey, this is, I don't know, whatever. I think it's also becoming more acceptable, but it's more of a trend now.
You said it's not genetic, sexuality is programmed. I wasn't into girls when I was 12 weeks old, right? I mean, you're a baby. Why would you want to fuck women at 12 weeks? If a baby human was kept in a white room until he turned 18, he wouldn't have a sexuality. I think he'd be fucking brain dead.
He would just be an animal. Yeah, no. Yeah, it would just be straight limbic system.
Well, there's actually studies, right, of when there was like a wolf girl or something who wasn't exposed, or she was kept in a basement.
Wait till he finds out how gay fucking animals are, dude. Oh, brother. These guys, they lose their minds when they find out, like, animals are gay as shit, dog. That's the worst example you can point to.
They were getting enough food or air, like they just needed affection and love, so the study couldn't even be finished. I looked it up. So it was too like inhumane.
So you say
that I tweeted that because people think they're born gay, and I don't think they're born gay.
So people.
Oh no!
They choose to be gay.
I don't think people are born gay. Yeah, I think that they
choose.
It's a life choice. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and so why would someone want to choose that? Especially if you go back like 20 years ago, right? Like, or like, 50 years ago. If you go back all the way.
Do you know, Ethan, why I read on that a long time ago? It's guys that don't have tight relationships with their father, from what I remember.
They end up gay.
Right. That's one of the.
Jimmy.
What? Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's back it up a little bit there.
Do you know have a good relationship with your father?
I remember as a kid.
No, not. I mean, it's okay. It's not like.
I didn't mean anything bad by it, but a commonality I saw.
Oh
from
God!
when I was in my 20s.
Who's this
I
guy?
was never gay. Was like.
Jimmy.
Why are they letting him cook?
I'm just trying to help you.
Stop cooking, man!
Okay, then I'm not gonna say anything.
Get out of the fucking kitchen, dog! What the
I'm
hell?
gonna go take a piss.
All right, go ahead. I want to unpack this with you. This is interesting.
Damn.
Sorry
I haven't peed once.
Second pee. Yeah, he's on his second pee right now.
Oh, who is that? Beta.
How much longer, Heath, do you keep him on? Is he your whole podcast?
I didn't expect it to go this long, but this is great. I'm enjoying it.
He says that this was going to be a life-changing experience for you. Do you think it's life-changing so far? Have you seen the light?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the light, but it's too bright.
Yeah.
It's too bright. Yeah.
So,
who's that?
Any good movies lately?
Nah.
Are you trying to get in on the call? No.
Changed my life.
Okay, so check this out. Here, I want to hit you with something about the gay thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Ethan, let's talk for 14 more minutes, and then I have to go. So that should give us enough time to.
That's fair. So listen, left-handed people, the amount of left-handed people back in the day was really low.
I sent it back.
People left-handed were seen as inferior, and they were forced to use their right hand more often. But as it became more acceptable and people realized left-handed people weren't demons, then the amount of left-handed people increased, and it became steady at what, like 10% or something?
12%.
12% is left-handed. It went up astronomically all of a sudden.
What did it go for? From what to what? From what percent to 12%?
It went from about 3% to 12%, so a fourfold increase.
So 4 times. Wow. Interesting.
And people don't. Would you say people choose to be left-handed?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, but that'd be silly. Why would you?
Motherfucker, you don't know anything about anything, and yet you still chirp on it. Why not chirp on this too?
I don't know. Maybe
can I ask you, if you go back, what was the Turing guy who invented? He invented
Alan
computers.
Turing.
Alan Turing.
Yeah, he was a closeted gay man, and when he came out, he was like lobotomized and ostracized and his whole, so
no,
why
he got
would someone
chemical
like that
castrated,
choose
not
to be gay?
lobotomized, and he killed himself.
I don't know. They felt that it was who they truly were inside, probably, and that's where they felt comfortable.
So wait, if it's someone's,
yeah, maybe.
If somebody's being true to their
How
inner
is it not a
self,
choice?
how is that a choice?
How is it not? I mean, they're deciding that this is the way that they're going to express like who they really are. This is what they're going to do.
Do you choose
What do
every
you
day
mean?
to be attracted to women?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I'm just naturally attracted to women.
Right. So do I need to connect the dots, or you got it?
No, he's too stupid. He doesn't understand.
Let me think about it. Hold on.
Go ahead.
And collect my thoughts.
Go ahead. It's all good. Take your time. Because you're so close. You said
I wasn't.
By the way, I
wasn't
typed that in, and Ethan literally said it as I was pressing enter.
I've developed, and now that I'm mature in it, and I'm secure
He's
in my
cooking.
attraction to women. I wasn't born being attracted to women. I wasn't born with the sexuality, and I think that you kind of just figure it out, and then you like based on the way you grow up in your environment or whatever happens to you in life, you go one or the other way. I read a statistic. You guys, you can have your team look it up, but it was like a majority of people that are part of the LGBTQ have had like some sort of traumatic sexual experience in their life, or they have some sort of traumatic event happen in their life.
Oh
that,
my God.
Greatly influences their coming out or their decision or whatever to be whatever it is that they want to be. And also, although it's a very small proportion of the population of them, which I think it's like, I don't know what percent it is. They are responsible for a majority of like the sexual, what is the word?
I don't like you, but I respect that you stand on your belief. Wait, why don't you like me?
Like sexual abuse cases, like they're responsible for it, which would just mean that it would make sense, because if they were sexually abused, then they would be more likely to sexually abuse. I'm sure you learned that in therapy.
You think gay people are more likely to be abusive to children?
Sexually abusive? I think that's a statistic. Yeah, I think that's true.
The overwhelming majority of literally the overwhelming majority of sexual assault that's done on children are conducted by straight people.
Do kids
straight men
their upbringing?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Like straight white men, as a matter of fact. Like it's not even a question. Okay. Like if we're looking at like broad categorizations, if we're gonna make like an assertion, white men, straight white men in particular, literally get eviscerated in this combo. Okay, like not even fucking close,
that's fine. If it makes them happy, then do that. I have friends that are gay, so I don't know. Like you're in this podcast, you're going to try to
because there are more straight men than LGBTQ members.
I don't have anything against.
No, I'm talking like proportionally too. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's this idea that gay people are predators. That's super homophobic and actually super wrong, right? There's no credible scientific study or evidence that suggests that lesbian, gay, bisexual, or trans people are more likely to sexually abuse children than heterosexual. In fact, research has consistently shown that sexual orientation is not a predictor of sexual offending of a child. The American Psychological Association, among other professional organizations, has stated that there's no empirical evidence to support the notion that homosexuality is a risk for child sexual abuse.
So I found a study actually that I read that said there's 4 environments a child can grow up in, right? Or more than that, but you could have married male, female. You could have unmarried male, female, married male, male, married female, female. And the absolute best case scenario for a child, the best environment was married male and female for various reasons.
That's not real. That's fake. That study's not real. That's not a real study. There is no such study on the planet. It's two-pair bonding. That's it.
They saw that these kids were often more depressed. They had more anxiety. They had trouble paying attention in school.
That's false.
Et cetera.
It's a Facebook study. He's just as a literal. I have read so many studies on this. It is objectively false.
I'll link you the study and you could read it. I don't think
there are literally meta studies. Like no shot, dude. No
the man
shot.
Gives something that the child needs, and the woman gives something.
This motherfucker saw a Facebook poll. Is the study Shapiro talked about? You covered it. Let me find.
I'll send you the study.
Still, like, let's assume that's true. Like, who cares, right?
Well, you would want your kid to grow up and not.
Well, of course, my kid's gonna grow up.
Not be.
I fucked my wife. I mean, I fucked my wife, and we had a kid.
You wouldn't.
It's none of my. You said you just wanted to be left alone, bro. Why do you care?
You're asking me. That's why I'm responding.
Okay. What do you do with the data? The data has some application.
We have 7 minutes, Ethan. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Can we end it on a good note, or is that out of the question?
No. You're right. Let's move on. It's not that. It's whatever. Let's see. I want to show you Well, first, okay, let's just do this. I know you don't have a lot of time. Your thoughts on Andrew Tate real fast. I just want to address this with you.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So just tell me real fast. Do you think he's a role model? Do you think he's a good guy? Like, I just want to hear you talk about him in short. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll tell you what I think. And please don't interrupt me so I can get everything out.
Just try to be succinct. Okay, if you can be, because we don't have a lot of time.
There are some things about Tate that are good things that men would want to emulate, and there are some things that you should not. You should absolutely not emulate. There are both. There are bad and good.
So that's
where I stand.
So I think the good ones are obvious.
Good or bad?
The good ones are obvious. Like, we know he's like rich and successful and whatever, yada yada yada. So what are the bad ones? That's what I'm curious about.
Okay, starting a agency and like an OnlyFans agency or webcam agency, I don't think that men should ever aspire to do that ever. Sleeping with a bunch of girls and having like all these girls with you and having multiple wives, I completely disagree with that. Those two things, absolutely. And then
that's the thing. The agency. He won't even call it. He like, just call it sex trafficking, bro. What the fuck? He's like, no. I don't even want it to be done ethically and legally.
But I also think that he is that way on the internet, and in reality, he's a lot less aggressive. That's just what I believe.
Do you think he's a sex trafficker?
I don't know. I think that there's a chance that he could be framed. But also there's a lot of information that I don't know.
What?
I don't think him being framed.
Bro, he took the funniest road. He took the funniest stance to take, dude. He's like, I don't like the fucking fact that, like, you know, he's promoting sex work, but like, also, he probably is framed for it.
So in the podcast, Tucker talks about Jeffrey Epstein, and he was like, Jeffrey was like, he called his brother the 2 days before or something, and he's like, yeah, Jeffrey's going to get out. Everything's going to be fine. And then boom, dead. And that was in like the New York federal prison, which was like one of the most secure places in the entire
Why are you comparing it to Jeffrey Epstein? Do you think Jeffrey Epstein is also not a sex trafficker? What the fuck?
I don't want to cut you off.
You can't compare Andrew Tate to Jeffrey Epstein while simultaneously saying Andrew Tate was framed unless you think Jeffrey Epstein was framed.
Were discharged. Names were never found. Nobody knows anything. Like, this person was killed in one of the most secure locations possible. Nobody knows who did it. So yeah, I believe there are people out there that have some crazy ass power. And if Tate goes against some of the things that those people agree with, I think that those people have reason to not like him and reason to try to get him behind bars.
Bro, Jeffrey Epstein wasn't murdered in prison because he like was against cancel culture, you fucking idiot. He was working with the State Department to blackmail some of the richest and most powerful people on the fucking planet. What are you saying? Andrew Tate is a broke boy. He went to Romania so he could be the Jeffrey Epstein on a budget, dog. No powerful person is like afraid of Andrew fucking Tate. The delusion, it's making me lose my mind. He is so stupid.
Which is his e-commerce course that was unearthed. So let me just play this for you. This is Andrew Tate
bro. I'm fucking losing it. I'm losing it. Holy fuck, I'm losing it. This conversation is so funny, but it's so frustrating because like he's literally targeting redeemable aspects or concepts, but simultaneously defending irredeemable shit. Like over and over again, he made it seem like he's defending Andrew Tate, but not on the. We've seen this video before. You don't have to see it. He's making it seem like he's defending Andrew Tate because they might be fucking framed, while simultaneously claiming that like it's actually the sex work entirely that is frustrating. He's literally stating that Jeffrey Epstein was framed similar to Andrew Tate while defending Andrew Tate, which means you're defending Jeffrey Epstein. He is too stupid to understand the concepts that he's espousing. Like if Ethan stopped there and went, wait a minute, you're comparing him to Jeffrey Epstein. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein was framed? Like, do you think Jeffrey Epstein is a good guy, an innocent person who was murdered?
Okay, yeah, we've made this much money, but I'm going to pay the tax to make sure we don't get in trouble. She'll sit there.
I've never seen something like this.
Now that allows you to do two things. One, it's another control element. If I work with him, my tax is not a problem. If I do it alone, I have to deal with taxes. Taxes are complicated. It's a control element.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this so many fucking times, dude. It's like, TikTok needs to be banned. Dude, I know. It's just like, as much as I enjoy TikTok, as much as I enjoy like some of the fun content on there, to be fair, this kid probably idolized Epstein a little bit. Jeffrey also got rich by doing nothing and faking being smart. True, but also he's, I don't think he knows enough about Jeffrey Epstein. Let's be real. Like, I've just never seen someone say Jeffrey Epstein was innocent. You know what I mean? Like people say R. Kelly innocent. You know what I mean? I've never seen somebody say Jeffrey Epstein is innocent. Like, this is the closest we are ever going to get to a real life human being, other than Alan Dershowitz or Prince Andrew. I've never seen somebody fucking say that. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude.
What is it? It's for the tax. You want to pay the tax or not? Okay. And they just sign away. They don't know what they're fucking signing. I'll throw them away afterwards. But they think something's happening. Something real's happening. Nothing's happening besides me getting rich, bitch.
Was that interesting to you? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think this dude's a bad guy, just uninformed. Well, I mean, his brain is warped.
What do you want me to say? I mean, I don't like that. Like, I disagree with the way he talks about it, about women in that video, for sure.
Do you think he was framed after watching that?
Well, I don't think that doesn't provide any evidence as to into sex trafficking. He was just talking about how he like strong arms and manipulates women into like working with him.
Well, he started by saying
that dog. That's sex trafficking. You do that for anything that is illegal, okay? You strong arm and manipulate someone into working at McDonald's and not the regular level of coercion that capitalism already has in its own system. That's slavery. Okay? That's it. You just said strong arm. Jeffrey Epstein was not only stupid, but maybe illiterate. His personal Spotify account has playlists titled Exercise and Gospel. They're still there. Wait, he made a Spotify playlist titled Gospel? Why was he listening to gospel music? Am I crazy? What the fuck? What? That's so weird. No shot Lincoln. If M. Hud says it, it's 100% true. Talked about it on our pod last week here. How did I never see that We Are Young was on Jeffrey Epstein's Spotify playlist called Exercises between Ave Maria and Sexy and I Know It? Jeff was one stupid motherfucker. Classica. What the fuck? He's not just typoing. He's probably dyslexic, but the sheer number of hours he spent on the elliptical to this while planning out his New Mexico breeding farm. Pretty sure it's code for Freak Stuff playlist. No, man. No. Oh, ew. Traveling classics with the kids? What the fuck? Oh, I don't even want to know what he was playing this music for. Read the titles. It means something. No, dude. You guys are... Okay, listen. You guys are reading too much into it. People often forget that these motherfuckers are not like... The people that are in the news are not as intelligent as you think they are. Not everything is just like... Not everything is just a grand conspiracy, okay? You can be a dumb guy who's in the right place at the right time. I'm a dumb guy who became a fucking famous Twitch streamer. I am the perfect representation, okay? Look at XQC. Please understand, there is no real meritocracy. And just like there's no real meritocracy in the legal world, in the entertainment industry, there is no real meritocracy in the conspiracy world or in the fucking State Department asset world. Do you understand? Like CIA, Mossad asset world. Jesus Christ.
Ethan, I told you I have to go, and I want to wrap it up.
Andrew
I don't
Tate
want to just
says,
exit.
"I
Can
love
we wrap it up?
raping you" to a woman who accused him of rape. That's a WhatsApp text obtained from a subpoena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we wrap it up, or do I have to leave?
We can wrap it up.
I
Yeah,
really
you
want
gotta
to
go.
say.
I do want to say
I gotta go.
I appreciate all the time that you spent here with us. Thank you.
Thank you,
I did not
Sebastian.
expect it to be this long.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We had a lively conversation. We had a contentious conversation. You learned a new word today.
I never finished my story either, Ethan. You never let me finish my story.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't have time now, but you can watch my video on it. But you probably
change my
won't.
life?
You don't think it's that interesting.
You said you would change my
I don't
life.
think-
Do you think that you've
I
achieved
don't
your
think.
goal?
I don't know. I think that we're gonna need multiple sessions.
Oh, he wants to come
record them,
back?
but
There's no way this motherfucker wants to come back for more smoke, dude. No shot.
Knowledge that you can motivate me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that I could open up your mind.
Right.
To what? That like homosexuality is a choice and somehow for some weird reason that it's bad? Open up his mind to what? Like, I need to understand. Open up his mind to what? That at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break, and if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. Like, everybody knows that already. Okay? Everybody knows that you can subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, where you get one free Prime subscription a month. Okay? Everybody knows that you can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Okay? Everybody knows that. Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
Shit about life. As all 24-year-olds,
true.
you have hubris. That's your
No.
downfall. You would be so much more open and receptive and respectable if you had some humility. Exactly. You need to have humility.
I have more humility. I have more humility than you do.
Do you see what
That's
you just
such
said?
a hypocritical thing to say.
You literally just did it.
You're one-upped.
I said I
that's
have
such
more
a
humility
hypocritical
than
thing.
you. Don't
Oh my God, dude. He said, you need to have humility. If so much hubris, he goes, I'm the best at humility, dog. I'm the number
I have
one.
more humility than you. Like, do you see how stupid that is? Like
all of your content is hateful. How
We're
can you
back
go
on
on and
that.
brag
Keep
about being
saying
more
that,
humility?
I
having more
criticize people.
humility
I'm a
than-
comedian.
Look at. Oh my God. All right.
I'm inspiring men. I'm
I
inspiring
tried-
men.
I tried to wrap it up and like finish off on a good thought, to literally be more mature than this nearly 40-year-old person here that invited me to his show.
37.
And you're not having this. I'm already 6 minutes
52.
past where I need
Well,
to go.
the difference of our
So I'm
age
going
was
to
quite
leave.
apparent, but I do wish
I'm
for
going
you.
to leave. I'm going to leave
I
now.
do
'cause
wish
you
for you
can't
to
do
have
this. You
more
just want to
humility.
keep going like a little child.
More humility.
Give us a flex to end it on a good note. Give us a flex.
Let's see the muscles.
Flex us up.
Yeah.
there
it
you
is.
go. You hoe.
Take the shirt off. Let me
Let's
see the
go.
peck work.
Do
Boom,
Dr.
boom, boom.
Fidel.
Backward.
Do it, Dr. Fidel.
Let me see
Shirt
the
off.
back.
Shirt off, Dr.
Okay.
Fidel.
You work hard for
I'm
it. Show it
leaving.
off, brother.
See you later, my friend.
All right, nice
I
chatting.
hope-
Thanks
I
for
hope we
calling.
can talk again soon.
Yeah, maybe we
See you
will
later.
actually. But I appreciate you spending the time and sitting through it all. So thank you, man. Appreciate it. Really do.
Have a good night.
All right. Take care.
have a good
Recording
night.
stopped.
Here it is.
Holy
There's
shit,
love.
dude.
I don't know if he.
That was insane. That was actually insane. Great content overall. Good job, Ethan. Here, you have covered this with Shapiro too, but here's JP on it too, citing the study about the single parents and not gay parents. But he added heterosexual to the first part because he's a disingenuous piece of shit. Oh, oh my God. That's the study that they're referencing? The study that they're referencing is so misconstrued by the right that I didn't even understand what fucking study that they were talking about. That's crazy. That's not real. There is no study out there that shows that same-sex parents are worse for their children than heterosexual partnerships. It's just about income. That's it. That's it. Dual income households are better than single income households because in most instances, single income households don't have enough time for shared responsibility and also don't have enough money. That's it. Anyone that says that like same-sex parents yield worse results for childhood development are objectively wrong. And not only that, they're objectively wrong, but they're also very likely homophobic. Very likely bigoted. Extra summons, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. And user 7527663419, which happens, I think, to be my TikTok account username. Spider from Mars, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, user, for the 5 gifted subs. Why are people gifting subs? I already ran the top of the hour ad break, if that's what you mean. Like, if that's your... Why are people gifting subs? God damn, my hair looks like shit here, bro. What the fuck was I doing, dog? Look at how silly I look. Responds, I believe very firmly the nuclear family is the smallest viable human unit, mother, father, child. Better than X's bots looking for evidence? Well, to be fair, X's bots couldn't find evidence because there was no evidence. Most of the family outcomes are similar between sexual minority and heterosexual families, and sexual minority families have better outcomes in some domains. You also lost a lot of weight since then? Yeah. I think my hair when it was long was fine, but it just like made me, I think it just gave the appearance that I was dirty. No matter how well I kept it, it just had that appearance no matter what. It was just like unavoidable. You know what I mean? Unlike the top of the hour ad break, which is avoidable, which I already gave you. Bro, we told you. I think a lot of people said it, but also the buccal fat removal. Yeah, I did that. Buccal fat removal, I did. Anyway. All right.
At the time.
Let's see. Did you cover the tweet of Jordan Peterson discovering music? No. Address the Botox allegations? Here, this is all I need to do to address it. See this? Does that strike you as a Botox head? Huh? I need to train my body to... I need to train my head to stop doing that. So I stop getting those lines. I'm starting to get insecure about it. Like this much. This much is maximum. Woo! What is that? Little Krish, let me send one link. Thank you for the 50 gifted subs. Little Krish stole his mommy's credit card again.